In 1983, the U.S. Army Intelligence Command asked a seemingly simple question. Is the human mind capable of leaving the physical body and traveling through time and space? They handed this question to Lieutenant Colonel Wayne McDonnell. His job was to assess the threat. If the Soviets could use psychic spies to enter American war rooms, the U.S. needed to know how to stop them. McDonnell spent months studying quantum mechanics, neuroscience, and ancient Eastern philosophy. He worked with the Monroe Institute. He tested the limits of human consciousness. The report he produced was so explosive that it was classified for 20 years. It was only released to the public in 2003. It is called Analysis and Assessment of Gateway Process, and its conclusion is terrifyingly simple. This world is not real. You are not your body, and your mind is the most powerful weapon in the universe. In Vantage Elite Special Report, we declassify the document that proves the Matrix is real. The investigation begins with the Holographic Universe. The report states clearly, the universe is composed of interacting energy fields. What you see around you, this table, this phone, your own hand, it looks solid. But under a microscope, it is 99.999% empty space. It is just vibrating energy. Your brain receives these vibrations and decodes them into a 3D image, just like a television decodes a signal. The CIA report confirms that human consciousness is not in the brain. The brain is just a receiver. Consciousness is a field that exists everywhere. If you can tune your receiver to a different frequency, you can exit this reality. You can enter the astral plane. You can view events in the past or the future. This is not magic, this is physics. We must analyze the Hemi-Sync Technology. How did they do it? The report describes a technique called hemispheric synchronization. Normally, your brain is divided. The left hemisphere is logical, linear, and skeptical. The right hemisphere is creative, intuitive, and holistic. They rarely work in perfect unison. The gateway process uses specific audio frequencies, binaural beats, to force both sides of the brain to vibrate at the exact same frequency. When this happens, the brain stops acting like a scattered light bulb and starts acting like a laser beam. The report says that a synchronized human mind can focus immense energy on a single point. It can alter the hologram of reality itself. This state is called Focus 10, mind awake, body asleep, and eventually Focus 12, expanded awareness. In these states, the subject realizes that they are not a physical being having a spiritual experience. They are a spiritual being having a physical experience. The investigation now turns to the absolute. This is where the CIA document gets spiritual. It describes the source of all energy as the absolute. It describes the universe as a giant toroid, a donut shape, where energy constantly flows out and returns to the source. The report concludes that human consciousness is a fragment of this absolute. This means you are God in fragments. You have the power to create. You have the power to destroy. You have the power to manifest reality. This is why the report was dangerous. If a soldier realizes he is an eternal being, he loses the fear of death. If a worker realizes he can manifest his own reality, he stops obeying the system. The system relies on your belief that you are small, weak, and mortal. The gateway process proves you are infinite. We must also address remote viewing and time travel. The report validates that once the mind leaves the constraints of the physical body, space-time, it can move anywhere. The CIA used this for Project Stargate. They trained psychic spies to view hidden Soviet bases. They didn't need satellites, they didn't need planes, they just needed a quiet room and a synchronized mind. The report suggests that the past, present, and future are all happening simultaneously in the hologram. A skilled consciousness can access the Akashic records, the database of all universal events. Imagine the power of knowing the future. Imagine the power of seeing through walls. This is not science fiction. Your tax dollars paid for this research, and then they buried it. Why? Because knowledge is power, and absolute knowledge is absolute power. They want you to believe that the world is random. They want you to believe that you are a victim of circumstance. But the gateway process teaches you that you are the architect. Every thought you have creates a frequency. Every emotion you feel shapes the hologram. If you live in fear, you manifest a prison. If you live in power, you manifest freedom. This is the ultimate secret of the elite. They know how to use these principles. They use symbols, rituals, and media to shape the collective consciousness of the masses. They are programming the hologram, while you are just living in it. So where does this leave us? We are living in a time of awakening. The document is out. The science is proven. Quantum physics is catching up to ancient spirituality. The physical world is a school. It is a training ground for your consciousness. You are not trapped in the matrix. You are the battery that powers it, and you can choose to unplug. So how do we apply this? The first step is meditation. You must learn to silence the noise. You must learn to synchronize your own brain. You don't need CIA tapes. You need focus. The second step is rejection of fear. Fear is a low vibration frequency. It keeps you trapped in the lower levels of the hologram. When you reject fear, you raise your frequency. You become invisible to their control grid. The third step is intent. Understand that your mind creates reality. Stop consuming the nightmare they feed you on the news. Start visualizing the world you want to build. The CIA proved that the mind is limitless. The only barrier is your own belief. They told you that you are dust. The document proves you are a star. The gateway is open. The shackles are unlocked. Step through. Expand your focus. Stay elite. Stay sovereign.